BamaCentral.com, I'm Joey Blackwell here with Katie Windham from Coleman Coliseum, where Alabama basketball has just lost to the number 5 Kentucky Wildcats, 66-55. Katie, it's just a night where the shots didn't fall for Alabama tonight.
Yeah, we were just talking before we came on about really, I would have thought coming into this game, if Alabama was going to lose, then it would have been, Kentucky dominating them in the paint, dominating them on the boards, and Oscar Tshiebwe certainly got his that he normally would on the boards, but really Alabama was able to limit him defensively. They did a good job stopping Severe Wheeler. He finished with no points, but like you said, the shots didn't fall. They went 3 of 30 from 3. They were 0 of 14 in the second half until J.D. Davison sunk one with about a little over 2 minutes left, and at that point it was already a double-digit deficit. And so, as Nato has talked about in the postgame, there's been times this year where they haven't made threes and have still been able to win. But tonight, it wasn't just the threes. I mean, nothing was falling. They were 8 of 16 from 18 of 64 from the floor total. Shaq, JQ, and Keon all only made 2 field goals each. And when you're not getting buckets from them, it's going to be really hard for this Alabama to put up points offensively.
One bright side for Alabama tonight was Charles Betiaco, who led Alabama in both points and rebounds with 12 and 8 respectively. Betiaco had a solid performance. The rest of Alabama really did not from the floor. But another bright side for Alabama was the defensive effort was there. It was relatively effective. They did hold Kentucky to 66 points, which this is a really solid Kentucky basketball team. And, if they'd been able to get the offensive churning and been able to find a way for the shots to finally start falling, maybe with 10 minutes left instead of 2, we might be talking about a different basketball game, but unfortunately that's the case. Katie, what really stuck out to you as far as some of the things that Alabama needs to improve on heading into a game against Ole Miss on Wednesday night, which at this point in the season, it's really kind of a toss-up depending on what Alabama basketball team shows up on the floor that night.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the most obvious thing is you gotta do better from 3. I mean, 10% is not going to cut it like in the SEC anywhere. So that's something they want to improve upon. We just saw last game out against Auburn, they had one of their best 3-point shooting nights of the year, and so you're not going to have that every night, but you certainly want to hope for better than what you had tonight. Also, like I mentioned earlier, you're going to need more out of your guards, and that's what Oates said after the game. Like you said, I thought tonight was a really good performance from Charles Betiaco, one of his best of the season. We've kind of seen this year that he's had his best performance against some of the better players in college basketball, like against Gonzaga, against Holmgren and Timmy. He really held his own as a true freshman tonight against Tshiebwe, who's the top rebounder in the country and is on pace to be like literally the best rebounder in college basketball history. He was boxing him out. He was not letting him get a lot of offensive boards, and so I think if you can get more of a post presence from him, that'll be big for this team going forward. And really, I think just Oates has talked a lot this year about mental toughness, and they can't let it affect them when the shots aren't falling on offense, not playing on defense. And so seeing this team be mentally tough, that even if shots don't fall, they can keep that intensity up on defense like they had at some points throughout tonight's game.
Kentucky, notoriously one of the best rebounding teams in college basketball this season. Alabama did out-rebound them 47-44. So that is another stat that Alabama has in their favor and something they can hang their hat on moving forward. Guards need to shoot better from the floor. Forwards need to show a little bit more intensity on the defensive end. But there's still 8 games left of the regular season before the SEC tournament. That doesn't sound like a lot, and it really isn't. We are in the final stretch of the season, and hopefully for Alabama fans, this Crimson Tide team can turn it around. BamaCentral.com, I'm Joey Blackwell here with Katie Windham. Thank you so much for watching.